How you doing? I will be starting a realistic new account challenge, Road to Elder. So, as you know, when it comes to my Road to Valiant, how many hours it will take to become Valiant using auto fight? I just started back again. As you can see, I have reached Cavalier. Um, so why am I doing this? Because I do think when it comes to my new account challenge, I find it very fun. That's basically it. Okay, I find it more fun than playing with my pay to win account and my Valiant accounts. I have three Valiant accounts, and I have no desire to become Elder in any of them. I would rather start a new account as a free to play to become Elder, and I know it's not going to be easy. There's without a doubt, even as somebody who's been playing this game for over 8 years, as I am, and having the skills to it, becoming an elder is not going to be easy. Can I do it in less than a year? Sure, for sure, without a doubt. But I want to make this realistic for new players, and like I said, to make it realistic. I know kabam YouTubers and like the best players in the world will probably spend like 12 hours a day, if not more, playing every day to see how fast they become elder. I'm not gonna do that. I can obviously play. I don't think I want to do that either. Okay, so I'm gonna do it realistically. Average about 30 minutes, and I will be taking break. You know, I don't know how much is break, and I don't even know if I will be playing MCOC a year from now. So it's definitely a lot of challenges I have to get through to do this challenge. Okay, for a new player to play this game for a year, like even taking breaks once in a while, it's a challenge. So it's definitely a lot of challenge to come to becoming an elder. So especially when playing with my this account using autofight, I never realized how hard it was to become not valiant, but like even just cavalier when I was starting out. Of course, it was completely different back then. We were using 4 stars and 5 stars compared to now, which will be using mostly 6 stars until I become Paragon. So, coming to the rules, I'm pretty much similar to what I did to roll to become Valiant on my pre-play account. Now it's gonna be Road to Elder when it comes to this new account. There will be no Battlegrounds because not everybody wants to play. Not everybody wants to play Battlegrounds. There will be no Alliance Wars since not everybody wants to do Alliance War. Uh, in my Road to Valiant challenge, I didn't do Arena because not everybody wants to do Arena. But that might be. I might do arenas if it was like a special event. I can see. So that's the only thing I could say. So it's possibility I might do arena, but just for special event where I can use 2 stars, which I should have plenty for a new account. So it shouldn't be a problem for that. I think when it comes to the arena, even especially for new players, it's definitely a problem. Okay, unless you're like, see, this is my first time actually clicking on this, going to the arena, and I've had this for how long? How many days now? Even though I did take a break, but still, look at I've never even touched the arena once in this account. Okay, I don't. Of course, I can't because this is the auto fight challenge, and you can't auto fight without using some kind of cheating mechanicism, whatever it's called. Where so you can't use auto fight in arena. So I might do that. I might when it comes to the Road to Valiant. I mean Road to Elder. I will be doing it manually. I mean using my hands. It's not gonna be auto fighting, but I do some fights. I will make it more realistic for new players since I will be auto fighting some things in the game, where but only the things that doesn't require me to use unit revives. If I can auto fight without using revives, I will use auto fight. So uh, to make it more realistic for a new player. So I'm gonna make it as realistic as possible when it comes to this. Like I mentioned, like it's even if I wanted to the arena for a new account challenge, it is so hard because you're gonna go up with opponents that are using 7 stars. I mean, it's like a death match almost every match. Even the summer trials would be a challenge. So, but when it comes to those special arenas, you can use 2 stars, I believe. So it's really good for smaller accounts, so I might do those special arenas, most likely. But other than that, I will not be touching arenas. So when it comes to my Road to Valiant challenge, I never used 7 stars, so there was no 7 star challenge. But the game, because not everybody wants to use 7 stars, but I think that with Elder, you're kind of pretty much forced to use 7 stars, unfortunately. So I will be using 7 stars when I reach, when I complete Act 7. Okay, when I complete Act 7, I will be using 7 stars. Okay, so by the time I get to Act 8, I'll be ranking up my 7 stars. But before that, I'll be using 6 stars. And to make it more realistic, I will not be using 6 stars until I reach proven, or really, uh, to be more accurate, I won't be using 6 stars until I complete Act 3. So that's really it. They did get rid of the variant challenge, which is gonna make it more harder to gain units and gain those max 3 cores. Before there was, like, I believe it's called the variant challenge, where you can get a lot of units, even some revives. I think Kabam knew that. People can get revives in those, and they just made up an excuse to get rid of it. And there was the mastery cores in units, so there was a lot of units in there, easy to farm just using auto fight. But unfortunately, they got rid of it. So this is definitely gonna make it harder for the new account challenge. I really think if I started in like January 1st or something like that, or like January 3rd, whatever, like I feel like I could done it in 1 year. I could, by the banquet, I could have become valiant, in my opinion. I mean elder, because I think if I had saved enough units in 1 year, if I started in January for 3rd, whatever it was, whatever, uh, in 1 year's time, I think I could have enough units to get 3 rank 5 7 stars. It would be close. I definitely think, without a doubt, I would get at least two uh 7 star rank fives with, like, let's say, I would say at least 20,000 units for sure. Okay, maybe even three, most likely three. But right now, since I'm starting in April 15, when this challenge is gonna be, it's gonna have very hard. I might have 15,000 units, most likely less than that, when all said and done. And they did get rid of the variant, which had a lot of units, unfortunately. So we'll see. Who knows when it comes to the store spring cleaning? But I should be valiant by the time this comes around, or hopefully at least valiant for sure. But maybe if I'm still playing the game, but if I am still valiant, who knows? They did give us 2 million here if you follow all the Kabam's whatever what they want you to do in this thing. So you should be able to have 2 million, whatever it's called, 2 million points on these. It looks like weights or something. I don't know even know what they call it. So the only unfortunate part is, like, let's say I completed Act 9, right, all the way to 9.4. I just need 3 rank 5s, right? Look at the stuff in here. You cannot spend units for the spring cleaning for next year, which is really unfortunate. Oh, and this is my Cavalier account, so you won't even get to see it. But when you go to my Valiant account, they're very little. For 2 million, whatever it's called, 2 million points, there's very little rank 5 stuff for Valiant players. Okay, like maybe at best they would double it amount for next year for Valiant players, but I think they're gonna save most of the good stuff for the elders, unfortunately. So, uh, for me to count on this spring cleaning for next year to be able to have 3 rank 5s, I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know. I could complete a Karina challenge, but this is really tough because you kind of like, it's very roster dependent. Not only that, they're forcing you to use 7 stars, right? You can't even use like lower rank for synergies. You have to use 7 stars for the Karina challenge, and I really hate those kind of events where you're forced to use 7 stars. It's really annoying to me, and it's just Cascam doing their Cascam things, of course. So I might not even do the Karina challenge. But really, the question is how to get 3 rank 5s, 7 stars for in 1 year doing it realistically, that's definitely gonna be the question mark. I might explore Act 9 100%. That should be realistically. I believe with the amount of time I'll be playing, I should give me at least one uh rank 5. I don't know where I'll get the rest. I should be able to get with amount of units and time I have, I should be able to get at least one 7-star rank 5s. And then if I explore Act 9 100%, I should get that'll give me another one. So I really have just I need another one left. Who knows? The game constantly progress, so I might get somewhere to get another rank 5 because I know for sure I should get at least one rank 5 for the banquet event, even though I will be limited in the units because of time, of course, and they got rid of the variant as well. So that's it. That's the plan. That uh yeah. So big thing is like I mentioned, it's tough. Like with the skill, there's so much skill involved. I didn't really realize it until I started using autofight. Okay, using autofight, I pretty much played like that when I would say at least a year, maybe up to 2 years, but probably not. But I spent many hours of gameplay, but I didn't really play like a lot when I first started, so I could understand. My skill was not good. I was pretty much fighting like if it was auto fight, right? So it's kind of hard to imagine how hard it is to progress for new players because of just the skill involved. Okay, I sometimes I take things for granted how good I am when it comes to the game because I live in social media and I see everybody so good at the game, right? But you're not thinking about how many hours and how long these guys have been playing. You're looking at people that are playing this game 10 years, like at least 3 hours a day, So it's really, yeah, you can kind of you understand why they're so good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna beat this. This is I don't know, was it 131 days now since I had this account? I did take a lot of days off, and I am Cavalier as you can see. I have over 5,000 units as well. I can beat just to show you, prove you that skill is so much, and I have the knowledge too. I know how to progress in the game as fast or as the easiest as possible. Maybe not as fast as possible, but definitely the easiest as possible. I know the best champions in the game. I could tell just by their abilities which champions are good in the game. Okay, I don't even need to watch the gameplay. I just already could tell. Like I could tell that Heimdall was good when it comes to his buff, just reading from his buff details. I could tell Mr. Sinister was good just reading from his buff details. So I do definitely have the experience for sure, but and the skill, I obviously not the best. I can admit that I'm not the best player in the world when it comes to skill wise, but I have the experience. You could say I'm average player or above average player, if not you could say average player social media standard. So there's definitely a big gap in terms of skills between beginners and like myself. Uh, and I could definitely, without a doubt, I can beat this auto fight challenge to Valiant. Not just Valiant, I can become Elder doing it manually faster than me using auto fight becoming Valiant. Okay, and this has a huge head start because I'm not gonna start until the 15th of April. So it's really a lot of it's not so much, and I do have the knowledge as well to doing this auto fight challenge, but I just using auto fight I just have a new player skill, right? Like a beginner skill. So it's really tough. I think the game requires more skill than it is knowledge, for sure. Okay, so that's really it. I don't know what else to say. If you have any questions, but all I could say is I'm excited for doing the new account challenge, Road to Elder. That's it. Thank you.